Hello and welcome to the Daily Atheist Morning Show. It is, what is today? Thursday? It is Thursday. We made it. All right, so we made it over the hump. There was a hump. I felt the hump. There was a Wednesday hump. We made it over that hump, and today is Thursday, the 11th, June 11th, 2020. Good morning, everybody. Nice to have you. I've got my co-host this morning, Ethan. Micheal is with me. How are you doing, Ethan?
Ethel. I'm going to change my name to Ethel Micheal.
I've been just giving people names lately. You know, like Cynthia McDonald, I was calling her Cyndia. You know, just, I don't know.
It's all that damn marijuana. You got to stop smoking, Chris.
AGE. You know, that's the question. Do you stop smoking and embrace the intellect, or do you not? I'm leaning towards not.
Yeah,
I wasn't that smart to begin with. Not losing much. It's just my short-term memory, right? I mean, who needs a short-term memory? It's overrated, really.
Yeah, it really is.
To be honest. I want to say thank you, first of all, to the Blazing Wizard Pope. He has shown 14 Danish krones worth of support in the form of a unicorn and another 14 Danish krones in the form of a rainbow sticker, both stickers. Thank you very much. And he says, I got this. I can do this. All right, so some things I got really down, other things I ain't got down. He said because it was for more... Oh, man, I lost it, brother. Don't tell me it went away. The chat.
By the way, Sassy says smoking brings out a new kind of intellect. And yes, I would agree with that.
She ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. Okay, he said, in celebration of Pride Month and because we all need more rainbows and unicorns. Very, very true. I need to get my thing. Oh, there we go. That's the problem. I had the thing up in the wrong place and I couldn't see correctly.
Damn, Trina. Trina, you're I mean, that's awesome, but you're going to end up going broke with how often you start funding the atheist community. She's like constantly donating to people now. It's crazy.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you. We, hard drink for this call. That's true. That's true. We do need a hard drink. Thank you, Trina, for the $10 of support for the channel for the hard drink, because this subject is going to be a complicated, touchy subject. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? PH, UK, them, fuck them. Because, there's nobody's heritage is worth somebody else's pain. Right. We're talking about the rebel flag kind of situation, which is the topic of the show. We'll come back to that. I want to finish saying how I get excited. Sorry. Good morning, Brainbug. Best name ever has joined us this morning. The Sassy Heathen, Paul Cammish. Good morning, Paul. He's a pilot. Did you guys know Paul is a pilot? He is.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He's got videos. He's a very, very good supporter of the atheist community as well. He's all over the place. But he's a pilot, and he's got a really cool backyard. You ought to go check out his videos. He watches Junkyard Sharp Library from his garden, a little garden area inside. It's cool. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Velocity Lobster. Good morning. Amber Schofield and Ed. Hi, guys. Tons of mice. Candy Ammo. Nice to meet you, Candy Ammo. I'm sure. I love candy, too. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us. So, Ethan, what are your thoughts on the Confederate flag? Or the...
Well, for one, I feel like this would be a much better episode if we had like a historian on to talk about this.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, can I tell you a story real quick? A little history, absolutely. Let me tell you a little history about this. Last night I was sitting there, kind of bummed. Remember I was telling you about being burned out? Mm-hmm. And I was like, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? And then I saw this race article where this douchebag is quitting racing because they said they can't have any flags. I thought, you know what? Boom. I've got my thing. At that time, I didn't realize, obviously we didn't have time for me to find a historian. This kind of situation. That's the history lesson of the story.
You should ask me. I know a few.
Ah, yes, I see. You know everybody.
Yeah, I've met a lot of people just from literally because I just started asking everyone to talk to me on camera. And as a result of that, some really smart people started coming out of the woodwork. And
right.
Yeah, really. Like I have met just by saying, hey, can I have a conversation with you? It's literally just been flooded with smart people of all areas, which is pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Yes, that's one of the things I've kind of learned. Good morning, Cindy Plaza. She is a new Patreon supporter for me. That's wonderful.
She's one of mine too, and it shocked the crap. I get surprised. I got a new Patreon, and I'm like, why are people giving me money? I don't know what I'm doing.
Why do people like me? Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but you know what you're doing, Chris. Like like just looking at your show, you've got the nice background, you've got the merch, you've got all this stuff.
Yeah, it slices, it dices, it makes julienne French fries. But I mean, I just stumbled through the whole thing. I set my mind on a mission. I'm just trying to ape what I see the best in the business doing. That's all I do. I'm trying to do. Really, I have no idea. But anyway, here they are, and the supporters. I've actually had to step up my game. I really have, because I had supporters, and I love my $3. I got them in bronze, silver, and gold levels. $3, $10, and I think $20. And I've got my $3 bronze supporters. They're wonderful. Love them. They were the ones who could let me know I was doing the right thing. And then here comes the Blazing Wizard Pope as my first $20 supporter, blew me away. And then I got another one, Derek Cruz, blew me away. And then this morning, I'm like, man, this is just, what a wonderful community. It's good. This thing is actually going to work.
Yes, it is going to work. You got to put the work in. But here's the thing, Chris, we cannot have you getting burned out, because you are the only show I watch. Wait for it, religiously.
Oh, really? Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I've had a couple other people say that, very kindly. It was very, very sweet of Trina DeLuca. She said that I believe it was Trina, right? Trina?
Yeah, Trina said it last night on the round table. The round table.
She was such a sweetie. Could I do a $1 tier? Absolutely, I could. I was thinking I don't know. That's a good thing. We should have a show about that one these days where we talk about that. I like that. Add a $1 tier. Absolutely. I could do
so. I spoke to Best Name Ever last night, and she totally, within a few minutes of talking to her, I was like, yeah, okay, I should add one. Because I was like, what other benefits do I have to add? And she's like, just put it as supporting the show. And I looked at a few other people, and they have it $1 to support the show. So I was like, cool, I'll add that.
Right. Yes. It's anything, I mean, what I learned was, and this is one thing I thought about doing was, I learned that, if you want to support somebody, I can put a $1 tier and have that just be the only tier, and just go, listen, you want to support me for what you can. Just here's $1. And then, you can go $5 a month if you want to. You can select higher than $1 if you want to, when you choose that basic tier. I've thought about doing that. That way, I mean, if that makes sense. It's complicated. You know what? We'll pick a show and talk about patrons. I just wanted to say a shout out. Yes.
There's a lot to learn.
Yes. And do our thank yous to all of our patrons. We got a topic here, and I love our peeps. Our peeps didn't, that they're dying to hear about these things. And I got a tattoo to show you. So I want to show you my tattoo.
Outside of these, a different one?
Yeah. So as we're talking about the Confederate flag. Now, again, there's a good historian would do us some good talking about how the Confederate flag was not the flag for the South, for the whole of the blah, blah, blah. Most of us know that. We're not really here to talk about that. We're talking about the modern iteration of the rebel or Confederate flag that the people of that ilk who are that, those people use. We're not talking about all the various different battle flags from each state and how it evolved from this and that. That's not what the program is for today. We're talking about the race and the what do they call it? Their heritage, the heritage behind that. So that's history. What we're here for. The history. We're not talking about the history. That's the whole thing. We're not going to talk about the history of the flag necessarily. We're going to talk about, what I mean. So I used to have, when I was growing up, I was a kid and I enjoyed the Dukes of Hazzard. I was a little, West Texas sand kid. We played in the dirt all the time. We were all tanned with the sun bleached hair, we didn't have, anyway. Yeah. And that was the environment I came up in, cowboys and West Texas ranch and kind of stuff like that for the 70s and 80s. And the Dukes of Hazzard was a thing, and I loved me some Dukes of Hazzard. And when I got 18, I got stupid, and I took a VCR motor and a pen and some India ink and some thread, and me and a buddy tattooed the rebel flag over here on this arm. And I thought I was doing something. I thought, I am a man now. Not so much. I couldn't even drink at the time. But yeah, of course, it was a really unfortunate tattoo. We did it ourselves with bad equipment. And so it didn't really stick. The lines stuck, so there was the outline of it, but none of the colors took or anything like that. You couldn't see any of the stars or anything.
Can you see any of it now?
No. I covered it up. I did. like I say, at the time, it was just, you didn't think about that. I didn't know the things I know now about what happened with the South. So now I've got it covered up. It's this big shoulder tattoo. It's got the Thor's hammer there, and it's got some just like a little snake head looking dudes here. You know, it's
mine's way less cool.
I can't see yours. Do that again.
Mine is significantly. It's like 10 years old.
Okay, and I also have, and you know, because one of the things that we can talk about heritage. Let's talk about heritage for a moment. There's a Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so got my Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk about heritage. Do I need
to take my shirt off and start showing my other tattoos? No, I'm just kidding.
No, this could get ugly. I have a Encyclopedia Britannica tattooed in 1-inch letters down the length of. Never mind. Anyways, but you know, I as a young person with my lack of necessary understanding of history and things, I had this notion. As my heritage, I could celebrate a couple. There are things you can think about whenever you think about where you're from as a person from a German Nordic heritage. What do I have to celebrate? You've got. Let's see what you've got. Lederhosen. I'm not thinking I'm tattooing Lederhosen on myself. Let's see. Nazis. Not really into the Nazis. Not a big Nazi kind of person. Or the Vikings. And I went with the Vikings, and then, so if you're one Minnesota Viking fan and the Viking tattoo and Thor, even though I'm an atheist and I never believed in any of that stuff, there you go. It's more of a Viking thing. This notion that you have to choose your heritage and hate somebody else is shameful that we have going on. Good morning, Derek. Yes. Did I miss anybody else? I think I got everybody. So that's kind of my logic behind those things. And of course, I like the Minnesota Vikings. One day they're going to win. So. Someday they're going to win. Maybe not today.
All right. So confession. Okay. I don't even know what sport the Minnesota Vikings are. I pay no attention to sports. Now, if you ask me, taser button. No, if you ask me to play a sport with you, I will play it. But if you ask me to watch a sport, I would rather drill my eyes out.
Yeah, it's football. It's football. American football.
But
and see, that's the.
I was just ranting about American football the other day because to me it plays into the problem with toxic masculinity, but that's a whole other topic.
It does. And it does. There's also the CTE issues that go on with American football. I mean, obviously there are, right? Complicated issues. And see, Paul Cammish pointed out Vikings raped, pillaged, and plundered, that's what you do when you're a Viking. Like if we were Christians from like northern England of the 9th or 10th century, we'd be like, no, Vikings bad. But nowadays they're just a symbol. In most cases they're just a symbol. That's all they are. You don't really think about the plunder and pillaging. I mean, and especially whenever you consider that they were no different really than anybody else. Give me a large culture, the Romans, the any of them, that England that didn't pillage and plunder,
right?
So it's just some of them wore it on their chest more. Like, we are the Vikings, we rape, pillage, and plunder.
Which I don't know how you could be proud of that.
I don't know. And I think
it's
that
like
could
being
be
proud of saying I'm an asshole. Like,
well, that could be blowed out too. They may not have been that way. They may not have really thought that way. Of course, there's things we see. There's this trend in our society where women consider themselves or call themselves bitches. They're like bitches. It's a bitches thing. There's several atheist shows they call bitches. The male counterpart to that would of course be asshole. And why I would never want to consider myself an asshole. So why would you want to consider yourself a bitch? Things like these things when we're going to go there, I don't really get all that. I try to stay out of that fight. I'm not knocking anybody. That would make me an asshole. Oh yeah, Empathetic Atheist is a Patriots fan. So is Chris, the atheist pastor. He too is a Patriots fan. Which there's a understandable lack of taste.
You're a pretty laid back guy. Are you one of those people that like starts swearing at the TV and telling the players you hope they die?
Oh no. I don't do that with football. No. I don't do that. I do that with Star Trek. I'll tell you, not that we want to go into Sci-Fi Saturday. My wife, she was here, we were watching. I tell you what, Star Trek goes back with me, and it is very, very deep, and it's my thing. And then whenever they do something stupid, so I'm watching this new Discovery show, and they've got this doctor guy who gets killed, and he's the boyfriend of the engineer on the show who has a special connection with the Micheal network, which is something you've never heard about Star Trek before. They just actually they literally stole it from another sci-fi show, and they're being sued. You know what I mean? Anyway, so somehow this engineer guy brings the spirit of this dead ex-boyfriend boyfriend doctor person into the Micheal network, and then they birth him back, and he comes back in the show. I'm like, as I was watching that, I was like, and they're coming along. They're like, who is this person? They're coming around the corner all sneaky like I'm watching. I'm like, it better not be that doctor guy. It better not be. Oh man, it better not be. And I looked up, and he's all like he hadn't shaved, and he's all, and I'm like, oh fuck this, fuck. I got up and I marched out. My dog saw me and the wife were mad. Stupid as. But not about football, no.
Well, I guess that's. I've actually never seen someone get so heated over Star Trek.
Oh yeah. There's just. I ain't lying. The wife was like, she'd never seen that before. But this is just, I'm like, have you people never seen Star Trek? And and then I was talking to Miss Leighann Lord on Sci-Fi Saturday, and she said, right, they can apparently bring back anybody for any reason. Why the hell didn't they bring back Jadzia? Of all the people in Star Trek that got killed off and couldn't come back, you had to kill off Jadzia. Kind of jerks they are. Have you never seen Star Trek? That's my thing. Have you never seen Star Trek? Okay,
I am an old school Trekkie. I've seen the. You're trying to catch your breath.
I am. I'm gonna go get my bat'leth. I have a bat'leth. I have a bat'leth. Did you see my bat'leth?
No, the one that you had in the background in that one.
Yeah,
episode?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a bat'leth. Carry on. Go ahead. You were gonna ask a question.
No, I saw the original series. I was a fan of The Next Generation and Voyager and some of the movies, but I never became a Trekkie. I will say I think Star Wars is better. But overall, I'd actually say the MCU is above all of that.
If I could taser you through the internet, I need to get me a sound effect. You said Star Trek is better, or Star Wars is better, and then I like my vision blurred.
After that, I would say the MCU is better than both.
Oh, well, yeah. I could get how some people could see that,
Well, how can you even argue against that? Like, they actually have a whole...
How could I argue against it?
Yeah,
well,
they have a whole series, cinematic universe of movies that are actually not crap. Where when you look at Star Wars and Star Trek, they have a bunch of shitty movies. But MCU only has a few mediocre movies. Right. They don't actually have crappy movies.
How many 21-year run seasons of 7, episodes?
I have to retract my statement real quick. It was that disaster that was the New Mutants. So,
okay.
Oh, that was
I haven't seen that.
I almost forgot that one.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Well, real quick, I just want to, because I could sit here and talk about this sci-fi stuff all day, but I am being trained as a host. Part of my training as a host is to stay where?
On topic.
Well,
I'm not good at helping you with that because I can't stay on topic.
You're a bad man. And what do you say about things like, all right, well, I actually have a list for those. Did I see Neil? Neil is here. Good morning, Neil. Casa Mufasa. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I have a list of things that I want to briefly speak to people. Puck is present. That is wonderful. Good morning, Puck.
If you haven't noticed, he updated the hair color on his Puck after he changed his actual hair color.
He did. That's apropos.
See, and here's what I think. I think as much as I don't want this to happen, I think it would be actually entertaining if going forward, Puck only, instead of appearing on video, it's only just the Puck. Because last night someone commented in the channel, they're like, "Oh my God, Puck has a face." So now we'll take down all the videos and we'll just replace it with the talk.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Sounds like a plan, though. I want to see how that works out. I like Puck. He's fun. Don't tell him I said that. It's our secret. Good morning, Sassy.
He's fun, but he is fun.
Well, at a distance, like poke him with a stick. He dances.
No, he'll be like, if you tell him he's fun, he'll be like, actually, I do not understand this. Could you please give me a 3-point bulletin explaining why you think I'm fun? Because I do not see it.
I know, me and you and him working together is like, yeah, we're going to do this thing. And he's like, okay, step 1, we're going to do this. Step 2, we're going to do this. And me and you're like, we're done with step 9, brother. Come on. Anyway, so back to the whole really quick. I want to say some things. I am going to be changing the name of the show channel. I'm going to be changing the name of the channel because the name of the channel is The Daily Atheist. But I want it to be the Daily Atheist Morning Show, because that's all I really do here. And then everything else I do creatively, my Shakespeare stuff, Shakespeare stuff. If you're on Shakespeare stuff, he does Shakespeare. Yes. And I do it talking like that. 2 households, both. Anyway, I'll be okay. And so, I've got other things that I do. My Evil God Monster of Abraham series, my Quickie with the Skeptic series, those kind of things. Those I'm going to start putting over to the Chris Mallard channel. And then this will be just for the damn show, and we'll just call it the damn show because that's what we call it. It's cute, but it's still the Daily Atheist Morning Show. But so look for that coming in. It's just the thing. Don't worry. If anything, it's becoming more specific because I had made this channel to where I could do all kinds of daily atheist stuff, but it's really become just the Daily Atheist Morning Show. That's all that really goes on here. So. That kind of thing. So I will start in the future. Whenever I'm going to drop my Evil God Monster of Abraham episode 12 series this weekend, the episode where Abram and his wife go to Egypt and give the Pharaoh an STD. I'm going to drop that episode Sunday on the new channel, on the Chris Mallard channel, and I'll post links to everybody. I'll figure it out. I'll get it. So it'll be cool. I promise.
If you're going to update your merchandise too, I vote you, and I will happily buy this if you haven't made a shirt like this or similar to, but that says the damn show.
Okay. I tell you, I'm going to have to get new logos. That's one of the things on my list is going to be new logos for the damn show. Because right now it's all the Daily Atheist. It just doesn't fit what's going on the channel. It's the Daily Atheist Morning Show. I do plan on redoing the merch. Now so I'll do the merch. Now I may or may not make a shirt like that though. So someday you may have to chase me down. The reason why is because I've had many times people have come to me. They come to me and they go, you know what, if you make a shirt with this on there. So I go, all right. And I go spend an hour and a half making that shirt. And I go, here's the shirt. And they're like, that's cool. And then they don't buy it. They even tell me ahead of time, I'll buy this shirt. You can ask my wife several times. I'm like, this person, I'm making this shirt. There's one in there about, in 2020, my virus killed your belief in God or something like that. And whatever. I don't know. I made this cool. It actually looks pretty good. They never bought it. That's just the one example I can give off the top of my head. Hey, Rage, what are you doing up so early this morning? Oh, he says he's always up this early. He's just usually editing. Good morning, Nakasuchi. It's nice to have you on the show. You were a wonderful guest, by the way. So I really enjoyed it. My wife told me.
I did learn a lot from him. So yeah.
Yeah. It was very, very interesting. We should actually have more about those specific topics. I'm going to start doing Fridays. I'm going to be. Next Friday, I think, is going to be Sassy Heathen and Cynthia McDonald are going to join us, and we're just going to kind of do a thing. But after that, on the regular basis, because I change up co-hosts, varies, right. But Miss Cynthia McDonald is going to be my co-host on the regular starting next Friday, 4 Fridays, and we're going to talk about racial issues.
She is a political powerhouse. She knows what she's talking about, and she is a damn good atheist. She knows a lot. She's an awesome. And the deal is that, as I've mentioned several times, us atheists tend to not just wear the atheist hat. Right. We also support the LGBT community, and you know what I mean? Those kind of, we've done a lot of videos. I've done a lot of videos with those and for those, and then there's the black atheist community, and then there's just the black community. There's other things we do that help other communities. Besides, that's one of the reasons why I want to change it, really, the show around. I don't want it to just be about atheism, because Weed Wednesday, you don't have to be an atheist to enjoy weed. But hey, listen, have you ever gone without God?
on weed. For those who've seen the movie, you'll get it.
I have not seen the movie.
Half Baked? You haven't seen the Half Baked?
Oh, it's been a long time, so I don't remember.
Yeah. Jon Stewart came on. They were talking about the different kinds of users, and Jon Stewart's like, have you ever looked at a $20 bill? But have you ever done it on weed? And it was like everything, have you ever done this? But have you done it on weed? He was...
weed makes things so much better. Not everything, but so many things.
Except for my lungs. Hear that crackling?
There are many people that should really just smoke a joint and chill out. That's all I'm saying.
That's the truth.
If they don't like smoking, take an edible. Just chill.
Yeah, chill. That's the truth. So, I want to figure out a Friday. I want to deal specifically with those kinds of themes and topics on the show with Cynthia, because she's going to just be so wonderful for that kind of thing. What can I do? I can do this. I can take my platform and use it to be on the right side of things.
That's the best thing you can do, because Cynthia, absolutely. Like, to give you an example, like when we started when I started the YFNA news channel, and she was going to come on the first episode, she just sends me this detailed thing. I'm going to do this. Can you put these screenshots up? I'm like, wow, like I don't actually have to do anything. Like, she puts in all this work. Really? So I was like, hey, Cynthia, you want to just partner with me on this? Because you are doing, and every episode she's coming up with graphics. She's coming up with the artwork.
Really?
Yeah. Like she does her research. She spends the time learning. And these are all very important issues to her. And it's nice to see her getting out of her shell.
Yeah. And she's also a big, huge Star Trek sci-fi nerd too. So sold. I'm sold. Her and Leighann, they're wonderful.
Well, then you get along with my grandma Gray.
So Weed Wednesdays, we talk about. I don't want to just talk about getting stoned. That's where we're beyond that. We are beyond greed. Another Star Trek reference. We are beyond that. I want to educate, and I want to be educated. So that's what not Sci-Fi Saturday. I do the educating.
You want to educate?
I do the educating on Sci-Fi Saturday. But on Wednesday, I want to learn. I want to learn about cannabis, the benefits, get rid of the mysterious woo part that there may or may not be. You know what I mean? Right. I want to learn about that. Fridays, let's do some. I'm going to do some racial issue Fridays with. And whatever various things that Miss Cynthia wants to talk about, because there's a lot to talk about. And then I want to Sci-Fi Saturdays. I got a couple of other things I want to work with. And then we got Andy Hall on Wednesday. So, but I do change some of those out. I'm not sure how all that's going to work out though. I may need to do Thursday. Because you're pretty big into the cannabis, so you might be a good co-host on Weed Wednesday. See, and then change Thursday to politics, and we rail about Trump, and then I move Sam over here because Sam's really into politics, and we could shit on Trump all day.
I will gladly fight on behalf of marijuana awareness and the legalization of marijuana every friggin' day, just because to me the benefits of it are literally inarguable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, I'm not saying there's no downfalls to it, to be clear. Of course there are. Everything has negatives to it.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying everyone should smoke weed, but we are so far off topic here, Chris. I'm sorry.
I know. I don't know how it happened. Well, all right. So how long do you want to sit here and rail about these redneck idiots who...
Honestly, I don't to spend much time on them, except that, like, I don't get this obsession with the Confederate flag and this thought like, oh my God, they're destroying my history. They're trying to the evil liberals are trying to bury it. Like, that's not what's trying to happen. To me, and I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, those things should sound like Indiana Jones in a museum. You can teach history there. They should not be out in the world being worshipped, so to speak.
Right. No, I agree. It's just such a shame. There's so many things. I come from the South. We know where I come from West Texas, and I got this certain mentality and view on things, and I really kind of thought racism, I knew it was there a tiny, tiny little bit, but I didn't know it was there like it's there. That was just kind of showing my privilege of where I was, and what my thinking. And then you know what happened? Trump didn't become president. That's not what changed everything. That's not what showed me where all the racist bastards were. It was when Obama became president. That's whenever they started coming out of the woodworks en masse. Remember them hanging and burning effigies of Obama?
No, I don't know that. Okay, you got to understand. I was on at that time, I was on the opposing side. I was the guy that thought Obama was the threat to our nation, that he was destroying our democracy. Okay, this is embarrassing to admit. On the day he was elected, I was literally DJing, and the second he got elected, I posted a status quoting Star Wars. Not democracy, something guys with thunderous applause.
Oh yeah. Democracy. I know what you're talking about. It is a quote from Star Wars. Yes. But
this is how liberty dies with thunderous applause.
Okay.
And I literally looking back, it's embarrassing, man. It's like, what was wrong with me?
If I can, I remember because of the racism. And I worked in the oil field at the time Obama became president. I worked in this one shop where we did ignition stuff for big plant things. And one of the parts guys said something really racist about this guy running for office. That he was, of course, obviously black from the comment. I don't want to go there, right? But he said something. I was like, oh, really? A black guy running for president? That's... okay. All right, cool. And then I went on with my life and forgot all about that. It took reflection later, and I was watching TV later, and I'm sitting there watching Barack Obama speak. I'm like, man, this guy really knows his I did not realize, and you guys are going to think I'm shitting you. I did not realize he was black. Never occurred to me. Why? It just didn't, it didn't occur to me. And it was later that I was like, oh, that's the guy that he was talking about. I mean, that was just how blind I am to the whole deal. It's just crazy.
Honestly, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I do miss Obama sometimes.
I tell you, there's things about the old school Democrats, the old guard that sucked and created negative pressure environment. I cannot deny that, but they were nothing like. There was corruption on both sides before, but nothing like what's going on now. The corruption is just, this is the Tea Party. Our nation is being ran on Tea Party politics remember? That's it's scary. Scary.
And Trump is a new level of insane, in my opinion.
He really is.
I am torn because I see so many things he said in the past about how he knows how to rile people up, and saying how he played off their fantasies. So on one end, you have to have some type of intellect to be able to understand how to rile people up.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he just says such dumb shit. It's like,
he's just a patsy. But one of the things, though, in my opinion, he's just a tool. Anyway. One of the things though is you could understand where this is what I thought it would happen. It's like, yes, the battle lines have been drawn. They're losing. Yes, every place they have has fallen. Finally, the last stronghold of the rebel flag, NASCAR. That's how I thought it would go down. I didn't think I'd wake up one day and there'd be NASCAR said no rebel flag. I'm like, really? I really thought that would be the hill they would die on.
Yes.
Rebel flags was going to be really NASCAR. That actually is going to be the hill they're going to die on if they choose, right? How many people? I mean, they essentially went 90% of you fuckers out there, get the hell out of our race. It's no longer your shit. That's what happened.
Which
that was my
so surprising.
Who was that? Larry the Cable Guy. That was my Larry the Cable Guy impersonation. Sorry. Carry on. I think I had a stroke.
No, it's okay. I totally lost my train of thought. I will say,
yeah, well, NASCAR, right? We're talking about NASCAR. We're talking about them. I mean, it's like the NBA going, we don't like black people. No more black people.
Right.
What would happen? That's what happened. Well, that's kind of what happened with the football.
To me,
that's what happened with football. They didn't do it in those words, but when Colin Kaepernick, when he did the thing, yeah, he was thumbing his nose at the flag. No, he wasn't. And actually there was a time, for those people who know, if you can go back and watch the really old football, there was a time where everybody kneeled at the flag. Kneeling, oddly, used to be a sign of respect.
Yeah, anyway, but see, here's the thing.
Unless you're black.
Conservatives just view it as an attack or disrespectful. They don't actually take the time. Sorry, I'm lumping too many people into one group, and I apologize. Right. Just many conservatives, just I had that block. I literally had that block up there where I saw someone kneeling during a flag, and I'd be like I'd be getting angry. Like,
really?
Oh yeah, I used to get so mad because it was disrespecting our troops. It was disrespecting our military. And how dare you? And it's like, what was wrong with me, man? What was wrong with me?
That's right, exactly. And you know what? The Rage points out, it is illegal to force signs of nationalism. The Supreme Court ruled on that. And that's right. And yet they would if they could. If they could force us to, they would. It's fascism, you know? And it would not surprise me to see them do what they need to do to change those rules so they can start enforcing nationalism. Wait until we get this election. That's right.
It's their freedoms. It's an attack on them, and it's frustrating. But I don't know if you saw. I don't want to say this on the air until I properly researched it. But I was. I don't. Never mind.
I don't want to. But it's sort of like saying, I like brown people, but. Something ugly's fixing to come. You shouldn't say. Yeah. I've seen those memes too. And you know what? Let's talk about that. Because I got something. We already talked about the Nascar. We already talked about the thing. I have noticed that one thing.
Say hi.
Hey, the cat. Wigglebutts are always, fur babies are always welcome on the show. This is Ethan's production engineer or producer. Is that the producer?
Yeah, that's my producer.
Yes. So one of the things that I've noticed, I am a liberal atheist, a progressive liberal atheist. It says it somewhere on my stuff, probably somewhere, several places. But I'm an atheist, and not all atheists, we don't all have the same secret handshake. Many of us do, but not all of us. And there are atheists out there who are right-wing conservative nutbags. Pardon the expression. If you're watching,
not that all right wings are nutbags. There are just some that are.
No. Yes, that's what I'm saying. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about atheists who are right-wing conservative. No, you're right. Not that all right-wing conservatives are nutbags, but they're not mutually exclusive, certainly. Anyway, so I have discovered that if I post something left to far left on my post, the further left it goes, the more it shakes them out of the trees. Because, there was I've been on Facebook for years. I've got almost 4,000 friends. I've got groups and stuff like that I kind of just let people in at first. And they sit there quietly, and then you post something and something to the liberal side and you see these people start coming out. And that has been happening a lot. I made a post a few days about a shirt about Antifa or whatever. And the right-wing nutbags started coming out. And I could understand when they attack the argument of Antifa or lack of Antifa or whatever, but whatever they start going, that's, because I made a model. It's just a model. There's this place you take your logo and you put it up there and it puts it on this model. It looks like she's really wearing your shirt, but she's not really wearing your shirt. So people have come out and called this person names in the responses in my video. That she's a stupid this and she's a stupid that. And these are and they start attacking this woman who's just a model for the logo in my shirt. It brings them out, brother. And then you go look at their thing and they've got a Blue Lives Matter thing on their Facebook. I'm like, how the hell did you right-wing nutbag bastards get on my friends list and be here so long? And
I have been called, and sadly, I have been called this many times. I'm not going to use the N-word, but I've been called a N-word lover.
Lover. I just had that. If you see a thing on my post, I had one of the people who, and I don't know, he made a comment. Thank you for bringing that up. That's perfect that you brought that up. I posted the thing. He made an ugly comment about the woman or the fascism. I think it was specifically about the woman because she's a stupid whatever.
Course,
I don't remember what he called
it.
Right. And I'm like, all right, so you're obviously, she's anti, all it says is Antifa. And then the little up the arm of one of the things, it says equality now. That's all it is. It's, fists raised up and it says, I am Antifa. And then that's all it is. And so he's calling her names. Again, a shirt model. That's all it is. It's a shirt model. He's calling her names. And so I go look at his page and there it is. He's got all these pro-Trump things. And this was in my Daily Atheist group. I don't know how it happened. I don't know. Blows my mind.
So here's what maybe I'm missing something, but here's what I don't understand when people get upset over Antifa. Is all it means, from my understanding, is just anti-fascist. And I would think the majority would want to be against fascism. So why the freak out over the label Antifa, or wanting to label it a, quote, terrorist organization?
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's a good question from Kristin from the chat. Best name ever. How do I feel? Asking me, how do I feel about your general approach to people like that? I tend to block, but that's probably the best way not to go. Talking to them and explaining is what helped. Now, see, you do that with some of your people. I don't. I don't have time. I'd still be sitting there talking with that jackass. Some people, I mean, that's your thing. I got no time for that.
Here's the thing. It's not necessarily that I need time. I just need them to have exposure to it.
Excuse me.
I don't always have to sit there and engage over and over. I just need them to see what's being said and the counterpoints.
And that's wonderful. And they can see those things from outside my group. I don't want those kind of people in my group. That's the point I was going. But it's just all it takes is posting something to the left, that gets under their skin, and they'll start coming out of the woodworks. And you'll find it's really helped me clean up my chat, because I've been about this right from the beginning. If you don't like my method, I appreciate that. Not you. I'm talking about people watching. Well, you too. But I'm all about singing to the choir. That's my deal. Preaching to the choir. I'm talking to other atheists out there, and if a Christian or a believer hears my message and wants to, and it changes them, that's fine. But I'm not here to change people. I'm here to talk to my people and lift them up and help them know they're not alone, and do those kind of things. Why can't we do both? There's no reason why we can't. I don't have to do both. That's what you're for, right? Or we could do the thing. We're going to do both on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Instead of dealing with them, you just block them. And on those days, I'll deal with them instead of blocking them. It don't get us nowhere. So I'll do it my way, and you do. And your way is fine. My way is fine. There's multiple approaches. This is a diamond of many facets. Actually, it's more like a piece of turd. It's a big turd with many facets. And there's many approaches to it. Your way, my way, But as far as, I just don't have a lot of patience for the hate that these racist people come off with. You're old enough. If you're grown up, you're driving a truck and you got hair on your pee-pee, you know what the hell you're doing. And if you're putting the rebel flag out there claiming there's a hate out there. There
is hate, but we have to, and I want to be clear, obviously there are just some people who hate, but there are many people who just don't understand it. And those are the people I want to get to, because there are many people right now that they feel that removing the Confederate flag is an attack on them. And they actually don't understand. Some of them, they're not trying to be hateful. They can't comprehend or understand where the other side's coming from. And those are the people I really want to appeal to.
Well, I do get that. I was one of those people on the other side who I just didn't understand. I wasn't racist ever, but I didn't understand. And it took educating me to do that. I totally get that. And that's what I say. I've got video series, my Evil God Monster of Abraham series, pointing out. People have told me that they never, I think it was even Trina maybe, told me they never thought about these things in the Bible until I showed it to them. And, those kind of things. I'm all about those things, but not everybody needs to be dealt with like that. So here's a question for me. So what are my thoughts on Trump saying Antifa should be labeled as a terrorist group? I think it's a bunch. All right. Well, I don't care. I mean, okay, this is all right. That was a position of ignorance. First of all, if he makes them, who is Antifa? If he makes it a terrorist group like that kind of thing, he can simply go, we suspect you're Antifa, and anybody can be thrown in jail or done. Your rights are just gone because of Antifa. And that would happen. I have zero doubt that would happen. Well, it probably will happen as we progress on our way to the fascist state that we're becoming. Listen, I said it last time. I've said it before. I've said it again. We lost it. Our democracy lost the last election. It's gone. Everything is just parlor from here on out. As we go further in, whenever the elections come up, I want to be wrong. If Biden wins, I'll be wrong. I'll eat my hat here on the show. I get to salt it, though, with ketchup. And I get to choose which hat.
Trump appeals to, there's many politicians that appeal to this, but Trump specifically, in my opinion, appeals to that mentality we have in America where what's mine is mine. Right. I'm not going to share it with you. Rather than someone saying, hey, here's my hand. Hey, I have this extra thing. Let me give you this. He appeals to that because people feel giving anything away is almost like stealing from them. And it's like, dude, no, it's not stealing. Just be more generous. Like,
that's the concepts they don't understand.
But no, it's like, why can't we just be more freaking compassionate towards each other?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, there's a duty to me as a citizen of the United States to love my country and stay here and use my vote to make the changes that I feel necessary. And then there's also my duty to myself to go, you know what? I don't like this place. And if because of the changes that have been made, because of the things that are going on. And if the majority rule, if this really is the majority rule, if the majority of the people in the United States really want hate and racism and the things that are going on, if they really want that kind of oppression, that's not what I want. These are not my people, And so that's why if we go into the vote and we vote in, you know what I mean? That's what so why is it wrong of me to want to move to another country? Expat. Why is it wrong? Is it wrong of me?
No.
I should move over there. Me and the wife, we want to move to Sweden. Would you guys still tune into the Daily Atheist, the damn show from Sweden? Not Sweden, I'm sorry, Spain. Without knowing anything. We're completely ignorant. It's just centrally located.
Up until about a half hour ago, I wanted to go to Sweden. But once Best Name said weed is illegal in Sweden. I thought, I'm pretty sure Best Name said it is illegal.
Oh, no, she probably said it. I was just.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah,
Denmark.
I could.
Denmark? We Denmark. Oh, well, that's the whole purpose about going to Spain is that it's close to all of those things. See, I could go to Sweden and visit Best Name Ever. We could go to Denmark and visit the Blazing Wizard Pope and leave there red-eyed. Ooh, and head over to England and visit with Paul Cammish and them folk because it's not that big a.
I want to address Cindy Plaza's comment real quick. I hate chocolate. Like, if you ever want to find my kryptonite,
how's this guy get on the show?
If you make hot chocolate in the same room as me, I will want to vomit. Like, the smell of hot chocolate is repulsive.
You ain't right in the head.
In general.
You're not right in the head. You need therapy. Thank you, Derek Cruz, for your $2 of support to the show. A great talk. Thank you very much. Thank you all for being here this morning. Me and Ethan are just going about ourselves. He's like, do you have a guest? I'm like, do we need a guest? We don't need a guest.
We seem to be doing pretty well.
We do pretty good. Well, yeah. One of the things so we were talking about burnout, though. Can we talk about burnout for a little bit? Would you guys like to?
I was literally just going to ask you about burning out and what you're going to do. Like, are you going to take a week off? Because honestly, I don't want to go a week without the show, Chris.
See, I don't.
But I don't want you to get burned out either.
Right. We don't want that. So here's my notion. I'm going to throw out idea A. Okay, idea A, and I wish I could set up a poll. If you don't mind, leave a comment, not in the chat because I won't be able to go back and look at it later. Well, I can, but I got to scroll all the way. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about my various ideas. Idea A, I can take some of my older shows with like R and Raw, put R and Raw on Monday. Have him, and even have a little banner going there. This is a rerun. Have it be a premiere so people can still meet in the chat. They can still talk. They can still chat about what's going on. I can still sit there and chat with them without actually having to do anything. Because on a vacation, we like staycations and going just driving around. I can see me being here in the morning and wanting to watch the show and interact. I would miss you guys, but it'd be nice to not have to do anything.
Well, don't do a repeat. Just get someone a different host for each day, or line up. Here.
That's a good idea, but then I have to be here to produce the show. Somebody's got to let you guys remote in and put your heads in the right place and push the buttons to make everything right. I mean, there's no vacation in that. The only vacation is I'm not talking.
All right, that's a good point.
If I could, and I'm not against this, if I could get one of my friends, such as yourself, to remote into the computer and show you how to run the show, the co-host, that would be different, but I don't really have time for all that for each person. It's just it gets complicated and I need a break. Right. So I was thinking about just taking some of the best shows from before and putting them up. And I say best shows, the biggest, Seth Andrews and Aaron Ra and those kind of people, Godless Granny, some of the big names, and have those shows run Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that way I don't have to schedule anybody. Like I said, I can run it as a premiere. I can download each video, re-upload it, and then put a banner across there letting people know, hey, I'm on vacation this week. Bob and Tom, big radio shows do it. They just play reruns or during the holidays or something. That's idea A, is to do old shows. Idea B is to get with people who haven't been able to get on the show because of the time, like Nakasuchi, who was actually able to make it on the show. He was one of the ones on our list, but he made it. Nakasuchi, there's Digital Hammurabi, and a few other people who want to be on the show, but the time isn't right for them. So I could pre-record a show with them and then drop those pre-recorded videos.
Do that.
And I could even premiere and I could schedule them and all that. Here's the problem. Problem is oftentimes it's hard to get and schedule all this stuff. And I got about a week and a half before the wife goes on vacation. So I know I'm burning out. I tell you folks, if you're watching, I am burning. But it's, one of the things that makes burning out hard is the success. One of the, I sit here and I look at, we got 30 plus people watching. That's not counting Facebook. We got people over on Facebook too. It makes me feel so good. And that gives me so charged, it makes me feel very good. So those kind of things counter the burnout. Because it was first in the teens and I was like, man, we're in the teens and we're doing good. And then it was the 20s and we were doing good. And then the plague hit and everybody started staying home and sleeping late and it dropped back down to the teens. And, now we're back up into the 30s and 40s and it feels good, But
so why not? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Why not so if you're already getting burned out, why not start maybe taking Wednesdays off or take Tuesdays off? So you have like because right now you're just like, hey, I'm burning out. But I'm going to keep going 6 days a week.
Yeah, I know.
Rather than, throwing a day off in the middle.
Right. Well, consistency for my people. Yeah, consistency for the people who watch. And, part of the deal, again, like, what you said is a great idea about letting my co-hosts pop in and run the show. If I could figure out a way to make that manageable to where the people who help me run the show, I also need to create like a Facebook group or a Twitter group and just I'll put all my co-hosts in there and let them know when things are going on. So if I need a co-host, there'll be a pool of people and communicate better. We need to do things better for the show. So that's what's probably going to happen. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that and take a break and not burn out, but still provide content to my friends.
Yeah, I would look
thank you, Candy and Mo.
Or here you go.
What'd you say?
Idea. So take like another day you're already filming and use that day to film a couple extra shows. Mm-hmm. Then you can take Wednesday off or Friday off and just have those pre-recorded shows upload. And then you actually get a day off. Yep.
I need to figure out something. Really, again, it's
give him like 3.5 years and he'll have a plan together for you.
He will. Thank you to Candy and Mo for the $2.99 support for the channel. We very much appreciate it. Thank you. So there's one of the things I want to try to find, if I can find somebody, I want to find somebody to work with who can help me with my scheduling. Taking care of the scheduling and taking care of a couple of little odds and ends. I may end up hiring somebody to do those parts of those things, and because the actual sitting here and talking with people and running the show, I really enjoy that. I don't have any problem with that. I would like to be able to just go, okay, I'm done, and go do something else for the rest of the day until tomorrow. But after we're done here, I got to stop and do this 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 and do this. And it really, that's the burnout part. Talking to you people are wonderful. Sitting here and chatting with these people are wonderful. What's that?
Make the stream, the day easier when they're watching and engaging. It makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yes, of course. And one of the things is I've been trying to take Monday off. That's a good idea. Mondays are a drag. If I could find a way, again, my people I'd like to be able to find some kind of content, maybe do a restream or something on Mondays to let my people, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I'm also, so just a break.
And to address Candy's comment, no, I do not like white chocolate. I do not like chocolate of any kind. And best name, no. Chocolate on a hot dog and ketchup on a hot dog, no. Best name, when the day comes that I get to see you, I'm going to make you a Chicago-style hot dog, which is the only way a hot dog, only way a hot dog should be.
Gotcha. Insulin Shocker suggests highlights on Mondays. That's not a bad idea either. Yes. Yeah, just doing highlights from shows. Because there are particular parts of the show that, I say stupid things, but most of the time it's not that bad. I got my clips. Every now and then I got a point. I make a point. That's kind of my thinking. Let's see. I need to get a buzzer sound. I am going to get a buzzer sound. I've been working on some sounds The only problem I've had with my whole setup, if you watched a video about my setup, I got a pretty badass setup that I made here because I'm a nerd, right? And I did all the nerdy. The only problem is I can't get the sounds from the desktop to pump back to the people over in StreamYard. So I could do these sounds and you folk could be able to hear them, but my guest wouldn't be able to hear them. So as soon as I overcome that, then I will be able to. I may not wait though. I need a buzzer sound because you say you like Star Wars better than Star Trek.
You said you've tried sharing it through StreamYard?
I have. Whenever you open it up and you tell, I'd share this screen over here and there's a little button in there that says share this. It don't work. You can't hear it.
Oh,
I have tried. So far, I'm not sure exactly why. Maybe the script that we use to make it to where the heads work. If I did it without that, it might work, but I don't know.
I
Chili
like
cheese hot dogs.
Dragons in Genesis. Put on a fake beard and glasses, and I'll be Chris.
See, there you go. Well, I've had that's a good one. I've actually had friends, Chris the Atheist Pastor and Jen. They've helped host before in the past. I could give you my stream key, and you could stream from your place to the channel. Or I could just pop you into my. We could make it to where you could stream from your StreamYard into my place and we could make it happen if I wanted to bad enough. There's ways around it. Right now, I've been working on the production value of the show. And I think what I'm probably going to do, again, the easiest, least taxing way to go is for me to just download those videos, put a deal, premiere them. That way I can sit here and watch or not, depending on. Now I can do other things and go get other people and I can but that's not really conducive to taking a break. That's more work. Lots more work. More work. Less work. I'm sure my people would understand and appreciate, so we'll see how it goes. I'll try it and,
Well, you do need a break, Chris. We can't be losing you this early on.
I know.
I know you're getting old, but we need you for a while.
Getting old. Well, actually, I got to say the channel is going on. The Daily Atheist Morning Show is going on 6 months. We are actually December 23rd. Yeah, so 6 months. We're going on 6 whole months of the Daily Atheist Morning Show. So surprise, surprise, surprise. Way to go. And this, for those who missed it earlier, I'm going to change the name of the show to The Damn Show, the channel to The Damn Show. Because it really, there's reasons. I'll make a video about it and you guys will understand. It's similar to why Jimmy Snow changed from Mr. Atheist, but not. It's similar, but not. I think where his moved away from I'm not trying to say anything bad. What I'm trying to say is it'll be more specific because the Daily Atheist Morning Show has just taken over the whole channel. And I'll just put my Shakespeare stuff and my other rants over on the Chris Mallard channel. So you guys will understand. Don't worry. We'll pick it up. Don't worry. And it's a damn good show. Thank you, Blazing Wizard Pope. See, the name will actually be more specific to what happens on the channel.
Right.
To where other people, whenever they move from their atheist name to something else, it kind of confuses people. In my case, it'll be more. So that's kind of the deal. And I totally get that about everybody. The Rage totally probably understands. Matter of fact, Raging Nakasuchi, if you're there, it was watching your conversation about what happened with Jimmy Snow made me go watch Jimmy Snow stuff and made me go, you know what? That's a good idea. And it was the same day. You people think I'm nuts, but I've really been talking about this thing. Where'd it go? I don't know where it went. I lost it. I lost my pipe. Is it my pocket? Anyway, I got this Genius Pipe. And the same day I sent out an email to the Genius Pipe people going, you know what? I really like your stuff. My name is Chris. I'm the host of the Daily Atheist Morning Show. Blah, 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 blah. That made me understand what Jimmy Snow was talking about because I pretty much probably shot myself in the foot as far as finding sponsors whenever I gave myself that name. Not necessarily, but possibly, So anyway.
And I will say I agree with you that is most likely a hindrance. And hopefully, though, I'll never have to do that. Gotcha. Because honestly, I do want to normalize the shit out of the word atheist.
Well, I'm not against that either, but there's other dynamics involved.
No, I agree, and
yes,
it has to be sustainable long term.
Of course, and I've got a message to get out, and I have never, from the beginning, I've never hidden the fact that my channel is a business. I mean, it is what it is. If you're running a channel at this level and you say it's not a business, I'll let you live with that. Anyway.
Right. And it's I personally never did this for the money by any means. It was like, I just want to get out there.
There are those out there.
At the same time, hey, if I can replace my current job by doing this, something I love, who wouldn't want to do that? Because then you get to put everything you can into something you love.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And here's something. The Empathetic Atheist has thrown $10 of support to the channel. Thank you, Justin, for that. I appreciate that. He said, your help getting me going is astronomical. This is the least I can do. That's what we do. You know, I mean, whenever Justin first got started, he popped in just like you. First time I met you, I was like, hey, co-host with me for a while. He co-hosted with me until he had to go back to work. His channel, I see him going on. We don't talk hardly at all. His channel streams like times when I'm doing other stuff and I never really get to, but man, it's glorious to see him going and growing as a channel. And that's kind of good too. And someday he'll be monetized and doing his thing. And I'd like to see him do that too. Get out of what he's doing and become allow himself to create the content because his message is important.
Right.
You know, kind of.
I'm really excited. I'm only 17 subs away from 400. Just 17. I'm 17. Right
there. So if you're not a sub to, what's this guy's name? Bob. To Bob. If you're not a sub to Bob, to Ethan, your friendly neighborhood atheist, you go over there and sub to the guy. He's got all manner of content. And it's just, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. Ethan, you really should have, he should have more subs. He's new. He's powerfully new. So 400 is good for you, but you need more. I am cresting 1,100. I'm almost to 1,100. I've got,
once you hit that 1,000, you just started like climbing, it would seem. Yeah.
I can't seem to, but though for the last few days, I can't seem to break 1189. I can't break into 1190s for the last few days. So it'll get there. So if you're not a sub to us or The Rage even, go watch his stuff. He's got some good stuff. Justin, links to everybody. You get a link. You get a link. You get a link. Everybody gets a link. Oh, wait, The Rage isn't a mod. Why isn't The Rage?
Wait, and I'm sorry. I'm a little disappointed you haven't promoted Trina to a mod.
Trina's not. Well, she says she's a Trump-loving scumbag.
She did. She never said that.
She did. She said it in the chat, but
she did say that?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just being an asshole.
No.
I was like, bro.
I'll wear that hat, but no.
Trina's my girl, man.
No. I don't know why she said. I don't know if she's yanking our legs or what. I still like her though. She's all right. Just needs therapy. I can't find her. Oh, there she is.
Trina is awesome, dude. She is. I've known her for like 20 years. She's awesome.
Gotcha. Dragons in Genesis. I want to get you back on the show. I have a pretty open slate next week. That's my Achilles heel is my scheduling. I am most unfortunate in my scheduling, but I have a very open week. So if I got any of you people, especially recurring people, you want to get with me, I say recurring because I know you. You know, I got to learn to vet some folk before I let them on my show.
Yes, anyway. I learned that the hard way. Not just because you want to make sure their audio and video is good.
Well, there's that. Well, you know, remember I had that one atheist guy. He'd been on he's a DJ, and I'm like, wow, man, this guy's been a DJ, and he's going to be awesome, and all that. And he's like, yes, I'm an atheist. We are brothers. And then he started talking about all kinds of woo about psychic, telepathic stuff, and how he could feel his son was gay. I touched his leg in the crib, and he was gay. I'm sorry, I'm not accent shaming necessarily. It's just how I am. So I'm sorry.
This was a guest on your show.
It was a guest on my show. We talked about it. I was like, I was just so excited. He's an ex-DJ. I'd love to have a crew right. It comes off in the personality and they make great co-hosts. So I was kind of hoping this guy'd make it through a show and then someday be a co-host. Pardon me. The first thing he did after going, I'm an atheist too, on the show, the first thing he did was start right-wing nutbaggery trash talking about Justin Trudeau and Trump. I didn't understand the guy, but I mean, he just started spouting right-wing crap. I'm like, what the hell? If I didn't have the buzzer sound then either. That's as close as I ever got to somebody just bounces. I'm like, you know what? My handshake ain't at all like your handshake. You out. So, but I did not. I was at that point. There have been people I've had on my show where afterwards I've said, you're the reason why I need to start vetting my show better, my people better. So yes, if you're available to be on the show next week, I got some spots. Justin, I'd love to have you back on the show if your work would allow. That'd be awesome. And The Rage, love to have you back on the show as well.
Can we?
So we'll figure it out.
Can we address Candy's comment? So both Chris and Ethan, is it possible to be in government and be an open atheist? So from my understanding, no president can because they swear in and deal with the church community. So I'm wondering, yeah, you can. There are offices you can go for. I don't know how many of them allow atheists. I do know that Puck has actually been on me, and he's like the third person to tell me this. He's like, so I see you doing this, but do you actually want to make change? Then you need to run for an office. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should do something in my area. Yeah, because I'm sitting here bitching about all the people doing things wrong. Mm-hmm. Maybe I can show another way to do things.
Right. True. That's a good point. There are a lot of opportunities. We've got some chat here. The cutting down his editing times morning so he can be open for me. Yeah, see, that'd be nice to have the rage. You were a wonderful guest, brother. I mean, I would enjoy having you back again. That would be awesome. 60 pounds. No, that's a lie straight from the devil. Let me see here. Oh, here's the deal though. Kristin said about record. She's record. That's good. In order to do that, I got like a week and a half to find 6 people to record. You know, I already have a scheduling. It's just, there's a lot more to the recording. It's a lot of, remember that's what I was talking about not getting a break, very close to burnout. Let's work really, really hard. Right. Let's get to close to burnout and then find more work to do. Record would be a lot more of that kind of work as opposed to just download it, kind of thing. That's the deal though. Right. It'd be hard to find peeps to do that. Oh, really? The Rage says he said he gained a lot this year. You only see the shoulders. You said you were a pretty big guy, and you don't look it in the stream.
No, he didn't look like a big guy.
As far as tall and big, 6'2", I think. Is that what he said? I've been told often I don't look like a tall guy, and I'm 6'3". I get the same thing. I need to put my camera down so I can look down on folks.
No, you look like a tall guy. I feel like my camera angle makes me look shorter than I am. I need to fix the camera angle.
Well, you are, see, 6'5", 270. Sick, damn.
Damn, that's a big dude.
That's big dude.
Sorry. Does he identify as dude?
That's a large gentleman.
There we go.
And or woman, depending on how you identify. I think he's a he. I believe.
Okay.
I believe. But I wouldn't want to get it wrong.
Oh.
Because he's big. Been a while since I had my ass whooped. But, I can run pretty fast. I'm a fast runner. Yes. Robert X. Pants to straight. That's the whole.
Are you wearing pants?
Am I wearing pants? I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, okay.
Shorts, yes. I do have my Henleys, but if a lot of my Henleys, they got holes in them right here where I used to stab it with a pen or something. I don't know. I need new clothes. The wife is going to take me for new clothes. Yeah, me and her age. Yeah, I'm 6'3", almost 6'4", 230 pounds. Well, 225 pounds of spring steel and rawhide. Muscle steel and sex appeal. Or just kind of fat. I'm a little fat, really. I bend over and I almost pass out. That kind of thing. The older I get, when did shorts become not pants? Yeah, there you go. I'm wearing sort of pants, short pants. They're really short. They're my Daisy Dukes. Y'all want to see my Daisy Dukes? No, I'm kidding.
I got pajama pants on.
Pajama. There you go. No, mine are just what do you call them? The short thingies. You know what? We have done the hour. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And wait. Before we do that, I don't want to do that. Don't leave yet. Wait. Don't leave. Don't leave. We got a couple things. If you have time, Ethan, if you got a few more minutes. Please. Okay. I saw something this morning as we were talking about I want to say this before I go because I'm going to start using this hashtag treason rag. Hashtag treason rag when describing the rebel flag. I'm going to use that. That's the hashtag I'm going to put on this video, treason rag, because that's what it is. If you know your history, the people who flew that flag killed Americans. Period. Mm-hmm. I'm not wrong. I like it when I'm not wrong. Okay, the second thing. Sorry, my lungs are melting. The second thing is, have you guys seen this thing I saw? I was watching Mr. Atheist because I've been stalking him lately. Jimmy Snow. I've been stalking Jimmy Snow lately because we the whole channel thing, and then we watched the thing. There's this thing. Have you heard of the trad wife? Are you familiar with that?
No, I haven't.
The hashtag trad wife? No. It's these. Okay, so there's these people. Now, I guess if it's the way you want to live your life, that's fine. But it's the traditional wife. That's what the hashtag trad wife stands for. And it's for these women, men and women, who believe the woman should be at home, barefoot and pregnant, essentially. You know, subservient to her man, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me. So Jimmy Snow, I saw in his video talking about there's this hashtag going around, and there are actually people out there bragging about the women aware. I'm a trad wife, and I know my place. I'm at home, or there's men who are talking about these things. It just amazes me. Of course, you know these are all the same people, right? There's a group of bad actors. And it's like this group of bad actors. Every time a topic pops up, it's like a random topic. A random topic pops up in the consciousness of civilization. And these bastards every time go, you know what? I'm going to pick the shittiest side of that topic I can pick. And that's what they do. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. That's how I feel.
And I have I'm less.
That's not where I stuck my pen. That's just an old shirt. Sorry. I was going on about myself. I look fine, but... You were saying trad wife.
Oh no!
If my wife was a good trad wife, she'd sew that shit for me. I'm gonna have to get onto her ass. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'll never get why people think women are should be second in society. Like that really does just drive me up a wall. And I don't know, whatever.
Well, you know, there are various different opinions on it, but women. I don't know. It caught me by surprise. I wanted to check and see if anybody else out there heard that. Apparently, it's a new thing. I don't watch a lot of Jimmy's stuff because I'm usually watching my own stuff, and then I have my friends who I like to support with my limited amount of time that I have to watch videos. But I've been getting into some of the things that he's been talking about because there's this whole group of people. I didn't know that they were there. You know, I just didn't dawn on me. You know, like the Proud Boys. One of those they're something chauvinist. I don't remember what they call them. Modern day chauvinist or something. I had no idea this. I thought it was a joke. People proud of the hateful, ugly things that white man has done over the years. You know what? Our white ancestors died to kill those Indians to provide for us. So we need to be proud of that. I'm like, really? You know, they're along the same lines of the in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant group. Man, I tell you, we ought to make it to where people ought to be able to have a license to breed. But who makes that decision? Currently, it would be the Tea Party and rule. Sorry, I'm going off. You know what? I'll let you folks go. Thank you very much. 1.8 meters. Wow, almost 90 kilograms. That's like in French people talk. We don't know what that is. We're Americans. I
was Googling it right now, trying to figure out the math on what that is.
Talk American.
go back to your own country.
Go back to your own country. What the hell's wrong with you? And you know, oddly enough, whenever, like in my phone, whenever I my direction finder thing, my maps, when it's telling me places to go, I have it set.
Direction finder thing.
Yes, I have it set. This is like magic. I have it set in kilometers. It talks to me in kilometers, and that's how I know distance going place to place. Because right, but whenever it comes to height and stuff, 1.8 meters I know is less than 6 feet. You know, but then there's a lot of things.
You know that because they put it in the comments.
You know, I guess it's probably right at about 6 feet, huh? Did they?
Yeah, it's
6 foot. Oh, so it is right at. Oh, that's wait. Where did he say what the original was? Where'd it go? 1.8 meters, 90 kilograms. Okay, 90. So I'm about 93 kilograms. That sounds so much better than 220 pounds.
It does. I
like it. I am 93 kilograms. You know, if I measured other things and that would be awesome. Centimeters, baby. That's centimeters. Centimeters confuse you? If you do it in millimeters, it could backfire. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it in millimeters. You could cause problems. Okay, guys, I'm a bad man. That's okay. Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow I'm gonna have Austin and Mike from the Atheist Roundtable, the real Atheist Roundtable.
Excuse me?
From the Atheist Roundtable channel. They're both going to join me tomorrow. Go ahead. You were going to have a stroke?
Yeah, I was going to have an idea. Maybe I should have the Atheist Roundtable on the Atheist Roundtable.
Hey, that's pretty well. That's like the inception of Atheist Roundtable.
Exactly.
That's I'm down for. I'm sure these guys are awesome. They are. So we're gonna have them on the show tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about. I'll think of something because I got to think of something for what are we gonna talk about tomorrow? I don't know, but we're gonna talk about something. It's gonna be fun. Hey, there's Pasta Mike. He's part of their group, the gang of the group. I need to get him on too. I keep asking him to be on. Great stream. Going to finish the video. Thank you, Nakasuchi, for joining us today. Thank you all for joining us. Tons of my. You guys are just wonderful. 299 kilos. 99 kilos kind of sounds sexy because it's not 100 kilos. It's 99 kilos. I am 99 kilos. I could walk with a limp. Put my hat on sideways. Anyway, you guys are awesome. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again, Ethan. Y'all have a wonderful day. Getting close to Friday.
Bye, everyone.